From The Atlantic. Kamala Harris and the threat of a woman's laugh. Criticism of emotional criticism of emotional expression has long been a weapon of choice for those wanting to cut down women in political power. And I got to say, I was terrified, actually, just a moment ago. Libby laughed as I was trying to read this, and it sent chills down my spine. Oh, no, she's doing it again. Stop.
Make cry. Stop.
Okay, Kamala Harris has that mental disorder where you laugh at inappropriate times. I don't know what it's called. The Simpsons made fun of it with Dr. Hibbert. And this is what they have to do to run interference to protect people like Kamala Harris because she is a cackling fiend.
I like that she's both the girl boss, top prosecutor of Trump, and a victim, right? Because people are mean to her.
She's got to also be a victim.
It's crazy how she can do everything.
Yeah.
I thought she was the brat now. Isn't she the brat?
She's just brat.
Oh,
just brat. It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
She's brat. Brat is a verb, you say.
Yeah, but it's a vibe.
It's just an adjective.
In Milwaukee, it's a sandwich, a brat, you know?
Yeah, she is a sandwich.
There you go. Here's what they say. Look at this. Donald Trump doesn't really laugh. He smirks. He bares his teeth silently. Sometimes he folds his arms or shakes his head to register humor, as he did in a rally in Florida, blah, blah, blah. But he rarely laughs. Mary Trump, his niece, has said that Fred Trump, the former president's father, drilled into his son that laughing is to make yourself vulnerable. It's to let down your guard in some way, to lose a little bit of control. That can't happen. Oh, that's nonsense.
We shouldn't be able, the media should not be able to use Mary Trump as a credible source for anything going on with Donald Trump. Remember how she wrote that book and obviously does not get invited to anything family related? I don't understand how it could be more patently obvious. She doesn't like him and probably would not give accurate information.
Mary Trump's the RFK of the Trump family. You know, they all.
At least he's kind of cool. You know what I mean?
No, but I mean, the whole family hates him.
They hate him.
I would assume Mary.
This is so wild. In many recent cultures, laughter for women has been an outright transgressive act. Under Taliban rule in Afghanistan, the former First Lady Laura Bush noted in a 2001 speech, women faced beatings if they were seen laughing. And this is what is apparently, according to The Atlantic, behind men's criticism. Those who seem triggered by Harris's laugh, though, might feel the way they do for a reason. In her book, The Unruly Woman, Gender and the Genres of Laughter, the media scholar Kathleen Rowe Carlin remarks that when women laugh on film and television, they reframe themselves as subjects rather than objects, asserting their right to an emotional response. Women also laugh when they eat salads.
Really?
Yes. Someone brought this up the other day in all advertising.
She's looking at me like, no, he's not.
Woman laughing alone
it's
eating
true.
It's the
salad.
stock images of women.
Stock image.
There's a meme about if you look up women eating salad, they're always laughing. As if there's something funny about eating a salad. And what really drives me is
and they're always alone. They're always alone eating the salad.
And the thing is, okay, I got to be honest. Sometimes I go out to eat with my friends and I will laugh in the middle of my meal. But I don't pick up my cheeseburger, hold it to my face, and just bust out laughing while holding I put the cheeseburger down if someone's talking to me.
You don't gaze at the cheeseburger.
I don't take a fork and stick it in my tomato and lettuce, hold it to my mouth and go, now finish your joke. But that's what stock photos show. So the real issue here is that Kamala Harris was probably told by some consultant, laugh. And dude, watch her when she's being questioned. And it is the most insane thing. I saw recently, she's being interviewed and some guy goes, recently you've been criticized as the most liberal member of the Senate. And she goes, why are you laughing? It's a real question.
It's an actual, inquiry.
I don't understand the laughter all the time, nonstop.
Was this article written by a woman?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, of course it was.
See, this is the thing. I feel like it's just female insecurity right now.
Do they say who wrote it?
We think because
Sophie.
This book about
probably
women
Random
laughing
House, probably one of the
is
top
a
publishing
problem
companies.
thing.
The thing is, it just to me screams female insecurity, right? I think Kamala Harris laughs at a weird time. I think her laugh is kind of like somebody on the Culture this morning called her the cackler in chief, right? It's not
Cackling Kamala.
Lots of literature and love letters and all kinds of stuff has been devoted to how beautiful some women's laugh are. She's not one of them. Well, and then this girl is like, well, if they're laughing at Kamala's laugh, then they're also laughing at all women's laughs.
Well, the thing is, it has to be any criticism of this candidate has to be reframed as misogyny and racism. That's the only chance they even remotely have. And, to be honest, it's not a bad chance. It has steered culture for the past several years. The entire Me Too movement was anything you say about women is probably misogynistic and you deserve to lose your job or you're racist.
We should call Kamala Cackling Kamala.
You like cackling Kamala?
Yeah, because it as a meme, it highlights that she laughs all the time, and it'll put the seed in people's minds to pay attention when she talks because she laughs inappropriately, and then it will put some negative pressure where she'll have to reconsider this, or people will be like, "Why are you laughing?"
Yeah, she does laugh all the time. It's
Everything. Literally, I'm not kidding.
I agree with you. It's a form of distraction that she uses.
Well, Hillary did the same thing.
Yeah.
And my theory is that the consultants are telling female candidates, you can't be commanding like a man. It comes off as whingy, or naggy. So you have to come off as playful and exciting. And that's the strategy there. And I think, I don't know that that's right, but I can tell you when AOC went on stage in the Bronx and was yelling and pumping her fist, it did not sound inspiring. It was cringe.
It was very cringy.
Yeah.
Yeah, who was she out there with? Jamal Bowman, and he lost, right?
Yeah, and then she
Got
distanced
crushed.
herself from him.
Yeah, well, because
She
he
was
lost.
like, I'm very busy.
Before his race, she was distancing herself from him because she knew he was going to lose.
Well, he was polling bad.
Yep. And she knows, and that's why AOC is like, we cannot remove Joe Biden. And the next day, she's like, I'm for Kamala.
Yeah.
They all are. It's funny. On a dime, they're instantly for whoever they're told to be into.
That's what they do. They coalesce around a person. They do what they're told, and then they tell you all that it was organic.
Right. The Republicans
It
had a civil
wasn't
war over
organic.
Trump. DeSantis, Vivek, Nikki Haley. And DeSantis was the real big contender against Trump, but that was a civil war in MAGA world.
Right. It's as organic as Kamala Harris's laugh and or that Obama phone call that we got a nice video of today, right? Where the Obamas call and endorse her and they all act like they're best buds. It's I understand that there's always going to be a certain level of like marketing and theatrics in politics, right? But I just can't imagine that voters are looking at this and being like, wow, we're being given a very genuine insight into Kamala Harris's life. I mean, it reads very fake to me. And I think that is not actually what people want right now.
Fakeness? You don't think people want fakeness?
Well, I think it's like when you have a culture that created vlogging, right? Like influencers who are constantly kind of oversharing, overexposing their lives. I think people are very attuned to when they are being sold something now. And I think they're really
good
trying
point, yeah.
to sell Kamala.
That's why they're doing this whole brat thing. That's why they're doing this whole like, she's one of us, kind of.
So do I have that wrong? School me on this. So it's not the brat or a brat. Brat is just like a state of mind, you're saying.
Yeah, it's like from this UK singer.
It's like a Riz.
It's the
like a
name
Riz.
of Charlie XCX's album, and it's like the term like cool girl summer or like hot girl summer. Like it's sort of a like you are the girl right now. Like you're
It's like
having
it's
a
like
good
an it
time.
girl
You're
thing.
You got the
like,
Riz.
Yeah. Remember
yeah.
like it
Is it
girl?
like a Riz?
It's like an it girl thing.
I just learned about the Riz from my
Yeah.
daughters. My daughters.
That's why I'm
25.
trying to give you it
Your
girl,
daughters
'cause
will
that's
be able
like-
to probably better
Riz
rap than I
is-
can, but
It's like one
it's
of those,
similar, right?
It's like one of those things.
It's like a very high compliment from Gen Z right now, which is interesting because it seems to basically have been manufactured by
they would say
whatever
she-brat.
record company is behind this British pop star.
That's always how younger generations form culture. They're told to by older generations, and then they think they're cool because they're marching in lockstep. And
And then it turns out that the Sex Pistols were a manufactured boy band.
yeah, of course.
Heartbreaking.
I went to a skate park and I saw Black Lives Matter spray painted, and these kids think they're edgy for spray painting what Walmart told them to spray paint.
Right.
And I'm like, that's not very edgy, dude.
My complaint is that it's like probably a British record label, right? Like, why are
Yeah.
we letting the Brits have? And all the love to my people, but like, why do they have so much influence on American politics for the Democrats right now?
I think that it's very much a natural cycle because the right, I suppose, and people of more traditional values do not engage kids the way the corporations do, and these institutions have been dominated by the left for some time. And so they intentionally target them with these things to create these slang terms, which they can then use. And it's funny to watch these videos where Gen Z people are like, oh, I'm really excited to vote for Kamala. It's like, why?
Yeah. Because it's historic, Tim. It's a historic moment.
I listened to
Gotta
some
fall in line.
and NBC contributor today. They were talking about Kamala Harris's potential VP picks, and they were like, I mean, she's looking at white men. Like, that's what it is. And they're talking about the swing states and
Just
stuff like
like her
that.
husband.
Okay, but then
AOC
they said,
boyfriend.
like, they don't need anyone to help her make history. She's kind of already got that angle, which I thought was so funny, right? Like, that's what Kamala's here to do, make history. Not help our country, not to institute good policies, not to unite people, just to make history for her identity. Like, that's a deep
My favorite
dive.
thing is how all like there's so many people, like, you know, people of color or whatever, who are like, oh, white people are bad, and then you look at their spouses.
Yeah,
It's like you're
AOC.
you're literally married to a white man,
Is
like
Josh
the worst guy ever.
is Josh Shapiro hetero? The guy
Yeah.
from Pennsylvania that's
He is?
saying
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
is he hetero?
Doesn't he have?
He's Jewish though, right?
No, he's Jewish.
He's Jewish from
The
Eastern
media
Pennsylvania.
was saying that he can't be the running mate because he's Jewish, because they would lose too many votes over it.
because Democrats are anti-Semitic.
I'm thinking he
Oh, they're all racist.
They're
thinking-
racist and they hate Jews.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.